Good morning and welcome to another Life Moments session, a daily reflection to get our day going on the right foot. This week, we're looking at the power of the Holy Spirit, which, as Jesus followers, we are promised. One of my favorite verses is 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Why then? Why do we live in fear? Why do we lack love for one another? And we've certainly seen too many people making wrong decisions. And I get it, while we're in distress, it's hard for our brains to work properly. But as these words were written, Paul was in prison in Rome, awaiting his execution. Nero at the time had a huge hate on for Christians, and Paul was writing this letter in desperation for people to understand the love and grace of Jesus. You know, He knew his time was coming soon and wanted to pass on to Timothy the teaching of Jesus so he could continue the work no matter what the cost might be. We all love Paul for his perseverance and boldness. And Paul knew who he was and whose he was. His life was dedicated to serving God and encouraging and teaching Christians to hold in there. The fight that we have here on earth is for something bigger. So don't lose sight of what is important. And Timothy was thought of as a timid type of person. He was happy to come alongside of Paul and work with him, but seemed shy almost when it came to leadership. And what Paul is saying here is you can't be timid in this position. People are relying on you to show them leadership and teaching on right from wrong. Paul is reiterating to him not to fear. You belong to God. And when we belong to God, he gives us a spirit of power, love, and sound mind. But why? Why do we need these things? And what are we supposed to do with them? Well, in the days of Nero, Christians feared for obvious reasons. I mean, it was a dark, scary, lonely place for Christians at the time. Paul's and Timothy's job was to keep fighting. People depended on them and looked to them for guidance. And they had to tap into his power because without it, they would have been defeated. We cannot fight a battle with someone stronger, bigger, and more powerful than we are. We just can't. But this is where and when we have God's power to use in our lives. And what I find interesting about this verse is the combination Paul uses: spirit of power, love, and sound mind, or self-control as translations have it. Love and self-control goes together with power. You can't have power without love and self-control. They go hand in hand. And this coincides with the rest of Paul's teachings. Love is a huge theme throughout the Pauline writings. Just think of the 1 Corinthians 13, which is known as the love chapter. And self-control is a huge part of his teaching as well, like we read in Galatians 5, which tells us about the fruit of the Spirit. And what I see here is a beautiful picture of someone yielding to God. Like we said yesterday, we have the opportunity to come to him and rest and exchange our yoke for his. Once we do that, we can tap into the power of God, which comes with love and self-control. As you go in today, whatever you have to do today, remember to do it with boldness. And with that boldness, you should have love and self-control. We have these things because there is so much work to do. Trust in the Lord and do good. Remember, power equals love plus self-control. My name's Carissa, and this is Life Moments. More on this tomorrow. Take care.